Afternoon and welcome to the Acre Cars Stadium for our Saturday live coverage here on 90 Minutes. Hertford against Stainstown in the Isthmian League Division 1 South Central. Vital game for both sides who have spent most of the season looking at the wrong end of the table. Staines start this morning in 18th, Hertford in 16th. Just a couple of points between the two teams, but Staines do have two games in hand. And the possibility for Hertford here, of course, who are completing their first double of the season, having beaten Staines away in that memorable game when they scored those two late goals to win 3-2. Give the team news in a moment. We're just underway here on a pitch which has survived very well with the weather, which has caused a number of notable call-offs. Welwyn Garden City's game against Kempston went fairly early on. And also, of course, call-ups only in the National League. I know that Barnet's game is off in the National League. So testament to the ground staff here at the Acre Cars that this one gets underway. Hertford showing three changes from the last lineup. Lost 2-0, of course, against Bracknell this time last week. Those three changes in to the starting lineup come Kit Brown, Nathan Fuma and Ben Wayman. And they will start with Nick Hayes in goal. The back four's got Toby Byron at left back, Nathan Fuma at right, Harvey Gardner and Max Jessup in between the two. Central midfield, Ben Hurd and Isaac Pedro, with Kit Brown on one side, Ben Wayman on the other, and Luke Geimer playing in that position behind Alfie Q, who's been given the number 9 shirt this afternoon. The substitutes, Ikamode, Sam Hoyanoirin, David Obana and Dane Batt. So all attack-minded players on the bench for Ben Wayman. As far as Staines are concerned, their manager Martin Cool, the former Birmingham City player, amongst others, has rung the changes from the team that lost 2-0 at home to Chipstead this time last week. 5 changes to his side. And he did make a signing this morning, actually. Finley Titchmarsh, young defender, signed on loan from Barnet. He starts on the bench. Up goes Harvey Gardner, gets a header on that far side. And Staines, though, coming forward, left-hand side of the box. The ball's pulled back. Shot goes scuffed in the end and cleared away by Toby Byron, or else that would have been a very early chance for Arif Hatterby. Hatterby found himself in a good position but just couldn't pull the trigger, and in the end the shot was scuffed. But Staines have got themselves a free kick left hand side of the Hertford penalty area. Staines in well, we'd like to say it's light blue, it's almost washed out blue shirts and white shorts, kind of cross between light blue and grey. Hertford in the familiar blue and white. Got some defending to be done here though from the free kick on that far side. Referee making sure the wall, Kit Brown and Isaac Pedro, are lined up correctly. Free kick's going to come in from that just outside the D in the 18-yard area. Comes into the near post, headed out well by Harvey Gardner. Only to the edge of the area though. Staying still in good territory here, but good tackle comes in from Toby Byron, and the visitors get their first corner of the afternoon. Karim Kamuri, who was on this right-hand side, but it was a good tackle by Toby Byron. It's going to be Arif Hatterby, the number 10, who's going to take the corner for Stainstown, who spent most of the season struggling, the wrong end of the table, as have Hertford. And, well, the referee's assisting, a little bit pedantic where the ball's going to be placed. Finally does put it in the corner quadrant and prepares to take the kick all the way along the ground. Shot fired in, and in the end it's Alfie Cuba doing some defending, gets it away from Gamura's shot. Hertford still having trouble getting out of their own half, but they do now. Q on the halfway line. Alfie Q does well, cross the halfway line. Luke Geimer keeps it in, but loses his footing in doing so. And in the end, it all comes to nothing as Glenn Yarler puts the ball back to the goalkeeper, Jacob Adams. Young 18-year-old Jacob Adams, keeping the more experienced Lewis Dixon, who's on the bench out of the Staines lineup at the moment. Throw to be taken on this near side. Header comes in from Ben Wayman. And goes out. Didn't recognise Ben Wayman. He's had his haircut since last time I saw him. As Yala will collect the ball. Puts it downfield onto the head of Toby Byron. Hertford a chance to get it clear. Pedro finds Ben Hurd. Back to Max Jessup. Jessup's first touch is a heavy one. Just manages to get it away from Arabi. But gives it away again. But Hertford have got it back through Toby Byron. Byron coming down this left-hand side. Byron sent sprawling, but a challenge from Aaron Eby. And Hertford will take it quickly. Ben Hurd finds Ben Wayman. Left-hand side, but Wayman had strayed into an offside position. So Staines will have a free kick. Just one win on their travel for the Swans. And interestingly enough, that game at Tooting and Mitcham, perhaps not the kind of place they would have expected to have won that game 2-1. But apart from that, 2 draws, 6 defeats in their record so far. 22 goals conceded. Of course, when it goes to goals conceded, Hertford have conceded more than anybody, 67 so far this season. But when it comes to playing personnel, well, I think the Staines are almost topping everybody. 52 players. If young Titchmarsh gets on in the second half, he'll be the 53rd player that they have included in their 11 in their players that have got onto the pitch this season. So just a sign of the problems that Martin Cool faces. He's Staines' third manager, of course, of the season as well, as Yala's ball goes one bounce into the arms of Nick Hayes, who it's glad to note is here on loan till the end of the season from Norwich. Big goalkeeper. Heard him confirm that on last week's 90 Minutes with our friend Brian Jennings. As Hayes on this near side finds Toby Byron. Byron, those long legs, bringing across the halfway line. Byron still going, tries to find Wayman on this near side, but Alfie Q will pick up the scraps for Hertford. Bring in Ben Hurd. Alfie Q again, back into his own half for Jessup, who's going to have to go all the way back to Route 1 for Nick Hayes. 8 minutes gone. If you've just joined us, good afternoon. I'm sure you will have noted that the wet stuff has relented. Got some sunshine out there. It's a beautiful afternoon, actually, which is a real shame for those games that were called off. But we got football here, we got football at Watson Park, and we got football at St Margaret's-Bury. Also rugby involving Hertford and hockey involving Hertford Hockey Club. But here, our Hertford Town Football Club with Ben Wayman. Wayman tees up the shot, bounces off a Yala. He's Ben Hurd, perhaps he'll fancy a go. But he finds Wayman on this left-hand side. Ball pulled across the box. Glendiara, the fullback's in the way. Wayman goes down and the referee points to the spot. So Hertford an early chance here. Well, Ben Wayman went up. There's no doubt Yala went over the top, pushed the young winger down. He's having a debate with the referee. But our referee, Martin Gospel, has given Hertford Town an excellent opportunity here to take the lead. 9 minutes into the game. Alfie Q is going to be the man who's going to take the penalty. Scored a memorable one against Ware in the local derby, of course, in one of his very first games for the club. Alfie Q it is then against Jacob Adams. Hertford, can they go in front? So important. Get the first goal in a game like this. Been described as a 6-pointer. Can Hertford get their noses in front? Referee's making Q and the goalkeeper wait. He's lining up the players on the edge of the box. Sounds a whistle now. Here comes Alfie Q and into the net it goes. Hertford go one up inside the opening 10 minutes. Just the thing that Ben Hurd and his young side wanted. Alfie Q, well, you're not going to stop those. 4th goal of the season for the number 9. Foul on Ben Wayman set it up. And a Hertford a 1 to the good here. Hertford 1, Stainstown 0. So an excellent start at the Acre Gars for the goal after just 10 minutes. Alfie Q from the penalty spot. After Wayman was pulled down by Yala. I think it was a good decision. There weren't too many complaints, it's got to be said, by the referee, for the referee rather, by Staines players. Well, statistics tell you when Staines concede first, they've only won 2 games all season. But Hertford coming forward again with Geimer. Geimer looking to release Alfie Q on the left-hand side. Q had gone into an offside position. Otherwise, he would have been perfectly placed again. And Hertford young forwards posing some problems for Stainstown here in the early stages of this one. And certainly that's what they did away at Staines, although it's got to be said they left it very late to do it. They were 2-1 down going into the 90th minute of the game and came out with a 3-2 win there. So Percy Giacobeni amongst the scorers. He's departed the scene, of course, gone on loan to Hendon. Wish him well. Meanwhile, there's a little bit of a debate going on between referee and referee's assistant. Ben Hurd's gone over just to see what's going on. Referee having a little bit of word with the Hertford Town player manager. Game is going to restart here. Not sure what it's something was said on the bench over there that the referee's assistant wasn't too chuffed with. Mark Sinfield's over there on the bench as he always is, but seems to have resolved itself. And Staines will restart. Harry Tucker's going to take the kick for the Swans. Tucker's ball on that far side, sorted out by Fuma, headed on by Isaac Pedro to Kit Brown. Brown, though, can't get his way around Aaron eBay, but once again Staines have given the ball away, and Geimer, not for the first time in the early stages of the afternoon, loses his footing as the ball goes out for a throw-in taken by Kinsaba, the left back, Jean-Luc Kinsaba, to give him his full title. There's the big number 6, Harry Tucker, coming forward, drives it Isaac Pedro, and in the end, referee, I think, gives a handball there, which was a little bit unfortunate on Isaac because he couldn't do too much about it. But Staines will have a free kick. eBay will leave this one to Ryan Matthews, who's one of the 5 changes by the manager after last week's defeat. Long ball forward. Fuma heads it down on the edge of the area. Pedro will push it out to this left-hand side for Toby Byron. Byron's got Wayman outside him, turns backwards for Max Jessup, who does find Ben Wayman. Wayman gets himself round Yarla, but in the end the ball goes out for a throw-in to, in fact, the referee's given a free kick to Hertford. 13 minutes gone here on 90 Minutes Live for this particular Saturday, and it's good news if you just joined us from the Acre Cart. Hertford 1 to the good. The goal came in the 10th minute. Alfie Q from the penalty spot after Ben Wayman had been dragged down by the right back, Glenn Yarla. He's another one of the changes from the team that lost last week, as Byron will take the free throw in midway inside the Staines half. Gets it back off a Q, who sold his teammate a little bit short, but in the end eBay couldn't do much about it, and the ball goes out for a throw in. Is Ben Hurd plays the ball on the right for Fuma. Ball threaded out to that far side for Kit Brown. Brown looking for Ben Hurd, overhit it, but the ball will break on that far side, and Ben Wayman's in the area here. Wayman's cross, and it's Yarla who gets it away just before Alfie Q can get a hold of it. Opportunities for a quick break for the visitors here, but they haven't got much forward. Only Ross Murdoch, the number 9. 3 Hertford defenders with him is Isaac Pedro. Ball back for Gardner. Pedro will get it back. Pedro's ball not too certain to Max Jessup, who's given it away. Hertford almost architects their own downfall there, but Guyman's done well to wrestle the ball back for them. Ben Hurd finds Wayman on this left-hand side. Wayman for Alfie Q. Q returns the compliment. Ben Wayman's on the run again down this left-hand side. Wayman drifts inside Yarla, who once again brings him down. And I think that's going to be it for the right back. I think he's going to get a yellow card. Ben Wayman's causing Glenn Yarla all kinds of problems down the Hertford left. And referee, I think, wants to work with the player. The player's a little bit reticent of coming back towards our referee. Referee waves a couple of Staines players away. But I don't think Yarla will complain if he gets a yellow here. He was responsible for the penalty, and brought Ben Wayman down. I think that's what the referee's pointing to. It's also got Aaron Ebay there as well, who's the Staines skipper, but referee having a long chat with the number 2. In fact, he doesn't produce a yellow card. Surprising for me, that one. But Hertford have got themselves a free kick. Ben Hurd's lining it up. It's about 5 yards outside the 18-yard box, left-hand side of the field. Alfie Q, Toby Byron's come up from the back. But Hertford still with plenty of defenders back as well. 2-man wall. Yala, who's still protesting to the referee, and Harubi are the 2 in the wall. Ben Hurd's going to take the free kick for Hertford. Ben's free kick. Oh! Alfie Q thumps the advertising hoarding, and there's no doubt he should have scored from there. 6 yards out, Alfie Q's put it over the top, and we've only had 17 minutes gone. He could have doubled his tally, and Hertford could have doubled theirs there. Should have been 2-0. Ben Hurd's free kick catching everybody out. Alfie Q the quickest to react. Well, that's Hertford. Let's hope Hertford don't live to regret that missed opportunity when they've scored first in games this season. They've only won 1, drawn 1 and lost 5, so it's not been too convincing when Hertford have scored first, but just convincing there is Jacob Adams, who manages to get the ball away from the on-rushing Alfie Q. But once again, Ben Wayman's causing all kinds of problems. He's hemmed Staines in to their own half and manages to win a corner away from Barry Tucker. Well, the teenage number 11 is causing all sorts of issues for Staines Town at the moment. They don't know what to do with him at all. Let's see if they know what to do with this corner, which Ben Hurd is lining up on the near side of the field. Isaac Pedro making his way towards the penalty spot. Hertford still with plenty of players back inside. Nobody inside their own half, but they've got 3 lying very deep. Guymer, Jessup and Fuma. As Ben Hurd's corner is headed out fairly easily by Aaron Eby at the near post. Hertford will get it back though. Ben's got another chance here with the left boot. Manages to keep it in, and it rebounds off Eby and goes out for another Hertford corner. Good pressure this from the home side. Another decent crowd in their house. 220 you had here last time against Hamwell Town. That was the biggest gate of the day in Division 1 South Central. As Ben Hurd's corner comes across, that's a better one, but headed out the near post. He'll break to Guymer, but Guymer can't get hold of it in the end. And it's Campbell who manages to get it away for Staines. And the Staines breaking forward here. Got an opportunity with the number 11, Carlito Scarborough-Williams. Scarborough-Williams on this side, but his cross is a poor one, and in the end it goes harmlessly wide for a goal kick to the home side. Nick Hayes then, all in orange, will take the goal kick. 19 minutes gone. Saturday 90 minutes live here with East Herts Radio, and at the moment we're enjoying it. Hertford 1, Staines Town 0. Could be a really important 3 points this for Ben Hurd's team. As Isaac Pedro plays the ball out on the far side, gets it back from Fuma. Here is Ben Hurd inside the centre circle, beginning his thoughts after the game. He won't be happy with that pass, but in the end it bypassed Toby Byron and also bypassed Sheridan Campbell, the number 7 on this near side. Staines, who've got Wheelstone to play in the Middlesex Cup quarter-final in midweek, and then Tooting and Mitcham at home. They've got the chance of completing the double themselves there, of course. 2-1 victory away at Tooting and Mitcham. The teams in action. We're in action today, of course, at home to Bedfont Sports at Wadson Park. Big game for Paul Hall's team as they look to bounce back from that beating at Westfield last week. But here comes Staines coming forward. Ball, though, is a fairly aimless one laid in by Kinsaba. And Nick Hayes will come out and collect it quite comfortably inside his own 6-yard box. Goalkeeper, who sustained that injury at Northwood with an ankle, but thankfully he's fully fit now. Very much Hertford's number one. As the ball goes out far side, Harvey Gardner will let it run and throw it all the way back to his goalkeeper. Hayes takes his time, and Staines, it's got to be said, not putting him under any pressure whatsoever. Goalkeeper's got an age to clear the ball, which he does, but in the end he can't pick up Alfie Q. And the ball brought down by Campbell, but it ricochets out to Q now inside the centre circle, but it Staines back in possession with Glenn Yarla on this right hand side. Neat little touch in by Kamuri, but the ball threads its way back inside the Staines half, and the goalkeeper Jacobs just rolls it out on that far side, and Staines perhaps guilty of playing a bit too much football there, and in the end they're helped out in the fact that Kinsaba was fouled by Luke Geimer, and Staines can clear their lines with a free kick. Good tackle coming in from Isaac Pedro, who does well to wrestle the ball away, but then he gives the ball away to Ryan Matthews. Matthews ball forward for Campbell, but Jessup should sort that out for Hertford, and does. In the end it's anywhere will do, but Max Jessup thumps it out of play for a throw in. But Hertford have got the ball back on the far side as Geimer tries to bring in Alfie Q, but couldn't keep the ball in play. And so it's going to be out for a throw-in to Staines. Halfway through the first half here at the Acre Cars. Hertford 1, Staines Town 0. Goal coming from the penalty spot from Alfie Q after 10 minutes, and 7 minutes after that he should have doubled the advantage and missed. But Staines coming forward here, but good defending by Max Jessup, who sorts it out for Hertford, and on that far side brings in Ben Hurd. Hurd down the line for Geimer. Geimer looks for Alfie Q, but gives it away to Aaron Eby in the process of doing so. His ball forward as finds the number 10 Hatabi in an offside position, and putting it in the back of the net didn't count. He has a little accusing look to the referee's assistant, but I don't think there was too much doubt about the offside flag going up there. So Hertford have themselves a free kick. It's been a game of few chances. Staines haven't had any, quite simply, and Hertford, well, they've had the penalty and then the missed opportunity from Ben Hurd's ball, which Alfie Q put over the top from 6 yards. Here is Q, finds Toby Byron. Byron drifts inside Campbell, looks for Geimer. He's found Luke Geimer. Luke Geimer's in the area. Luke Geimer goes right, Luke Geimer goes left, and in the end I think Alfie Q got in his way. The two of them couldn't sort it out. It was a promising opportunity that came to nothing, and Staines coming in the opposite direction. Gamble's cross, he's headed out on that far side into the ground at the stable end by Isaac Pedro. That's going to be a corner to Staines Town. Arif Hatabi is going to be the player, the number 10, who's going to take the corner. We've got some serious aerial height coming up from the back, particularly Harry Tucker. Aaron Eby's 6'4" as well, so not sure of a bit of aerial presence, but neither's Nick Hayes. He's 6'5" and he collects that very comfortably. Hayes bowls it out on this near side to Ben Hurd. Chance for Hertford to come forward. Wayman's trying to stay on side, does manage it, but in the end he gave himself a territorial disadvantage against Glenn Yarla. But Yarla can just thump it out of play, and the Hertford will have themselves a throw-in, which will be taken on this near side. The referee wants Toby Byron to go a little bit further down the touchline to take the throw in. That's just about enough, says the referee. Alfie Q comes and misses the ball, but he's going to manage to get it back. Good physical strength shown by Q, but in the end the ball just nipped off a Staines defender, and Jacob Adams can come out and collect. He's ended up with Staines because he's at the University of Surrey, because played a lot of his football in Essex with Southend manner amongst his former clubs. As Isaac Pedro will push the ball forward for Ben Hurd. Hurd's looking for Kit Brown down that right hand side. That's a good ball. Brown there. Brown controls the ball well against Kinsaba, but gives the ball away in the end. But it's Fuma who does well to get it back. Good work by Nathan Fuma. Fuma's still going. The ball's spinning around. Wouldn't go out for a corner. Fuma brought it back, and in the end Staines do manage to bring it away, but then Kit Brown gets it back for Hertford. Scrappy passage of play, but that's a decent ball. Brings in Isaac Pedro inside the area. Pedro goes down. Big cry, but I think, to be fair to Isaac, he was the only one in the ground that thought that was a penalty. But Staines have given it away again to Ben Hurd on the far side. Ben crosses over the top of Alfie Q. Will keep it in. Hasn't got too much support. Tries to find Wayman and does it. The second attempt. Ben Wayman on the edge of the area for Toby Byron. Byron onto the left foot. Thought he was going to have a shot then. Byron still going. Yola, the defender, and Staines somehow managed to scruff it clear, but only as far as Max Jessup. Finds Harvey Gardner. Gardner on the far side for Nathan Fuma. Good possession this from Hertford. Fuma's ball looking for Geimer. Geimer had drifted in. He wasn't offside. He's out. Oh, hands on the head from Q and Geimer. And that should have been number 2. Super ball picked out Luke Geimer. Right hand side. Pushed across. And Alfie Q, well, his effort in the end was deflected wide, but he just didn't get a hold of it. If he had, it would have been in the back of the net. So, corner is the result for Hertford. They've had their chances, no doubt about it. Alfie Q's had 2. He could have had a hat-trick. But here's Ben Hurd with the corner. Ben's corner's a good one, but headed out well by eBay. Only as far as Geimer, who fires it back in, and on one bounce it lands in the goalkeeper's chest, and danger averted for the visitors. Well, they will feel lucky that they're only one down at the moment. Hertford have had the chances. Staines have offered little, and Hertford have had probably 60-70% of the possession as well. I think Ben Hurd will be happy with the way his team are playing. He won't be happy that they're not further in front, though. Far side of the field. Throw in for the visitors. Arabi comes to collect it and then gives it away promptly to Isaac Pedro, who gives it back to him. There's ball chipped forwards and is looking for the on-running Kamuri. Hertford will come forward themselves down this left-hand side with the recently shorn Ben Wayman, as his ball is unceremoniously thumped out of play by Harry Tucker for a throw-in to Hertford. Approaching the half-hour mark here at the Acre Cars. Hertford 1 in front is Ben Hurd just outside the area. Ben turning it to his left-hand side for Toby Byron. Byron's cross isn't a good one, and Yola can sort that out pretty easily from inside the 18-yard box, as the ball was helped on by Murdoch, but only as far as Harvey Gardner. He's been a very peripheral figure so far, Ross Murdoch, as Gardner's ball on the far side looks to search out Kit Brown, and he just manages to prevent it going out for a goal kick and give Staines a throw-in, which Jean-Luc Kinsaba will take on that far side of the field. Kinsaba's ball forward. It's being wrestled by Geimer and Ibe, and in the end it comes off of Geimer. Little and large involved there, and Luke Geimer and Aaron Ibe. And Ibe felt that as Geimer went for the ball. There was no intent on it at all, but the big number 4 has gone down holding his shin, and he's going to require some treatment from the physio here before we restart this one. 30 minutes gone then. Story of the game. Well, Hertford in front after 10 when Ben Wayman was barged over in the area by the right fullback Glenn Yarla. Alfred Q stepped up and buried the penalty, giving Jacob Adams no chance. 7 minutes later, he should have buried another opportunity, though, when he was found in the area 6 yards out from Ben Hurd's free kick, put it wide. And as you just heard, 27 minutes in, good work by Luke Geimer on the right-hand side, pulled it across the box, and somehow Q just didn't get enough behind it, and it was deflected wide for a corner. Two really good opportunities to stretch the lead here. Mark Sinfield looks a bit pensive on the far side. Wonder if he's thinking about that. Aaron Ebay, by the way, still receiving treatment. The big number 4 for Staines scored one of the goals in the 3-2 defeat they had at home to Hertford earlier on in the season. Staines at their Swedish fan club in the house that day, I seem to remember. And we on 90 Minutes seem to have got a Romanian fan club. So if you are listening over there in Baku, in Romania, as our stats seem to suggest, then very good afternoon and thank you for joining us. As once again the treatment continues to Ebay. I don't know whether he's going to be able to continue actually on that far side. A little bit of concern shown. But we'll see whether big number 4, he'll be a loss for Staines, no doubt about that. But at the moment he's still down. It was one of those innocuous challenges. It didn't really look that bad when Luke Geimer went in, and Geimer was definitely going for the ball, but I'm glad to say Aaron Ebay is finally up and on his feet and limping away to the touchline on the far side, which will allow us to restart proceedings with a goal with a free kick taken by Jacob Adams some 10 yards outside the 18-yard box, left-hand side of the field. So the ball lands on the head of Ben Hurd. Fuma's there as well. Campbell brings it down for Staines and manages to win his side a throw-in off of Kit Brown. Sheridan Campbell will leave it for the left fullback, Jean-Luc Kinsaba. Kinsaba will bring in Hatabi. Hatabi on that far side again loses out, and good challenge by Ben Hurd on the edge of the area, finds Kit Brown. Brown for Geimer. Geimer's ball for Alfie Q. Q goes backwards for Nathan Fuma, who then turns it inside to Ben Hurd, who's under immediate pressure from Aaron Ebay, and Harvey Gardner decides to punt the ball away and give Staines a throw in. Hertford have just been guilty of that a few times this afternoon when perhaps the big punt upfield might have done. They haven't taken that option, and at the moment they've got away with it, but can play themselves into trouble as Brown gives away a throw-in on the far side, parallel to the edge of the 18-yard area. Ebay again puts the ball into Derby as the left fullback Kinsaba goes down under challenge. And just on the edge of the area, dangerous place for a free kick to the visitors this. Arif Hatabi will take the free kick. He seems to be the dead ball specialist, number 10. And the big men have come up from the back. Harry Tucker, Ebay's in there as well. And Ryan Matthews, the number 5. Ebay goes and stands on the goal line as Hertford have got a two-man wall of Nathan Fuma and Kit Brown in the way. Hatabi is going to take this free kick with the left boot. He lays it out to the edge of the area, and it all goes horribly wrong because it was Carlito Scarborough-Williams who was supposed to get on the end of it, but Hertford could be on the end of something here with Ben Wayman. Byron's made his way forward. Wayman's on the edge of the area. Geimer finds Byron left-hand side of the area. Alfie Q's offside, and they didn't make the most of an opportunity where they should have done better. Ben Wayman in the end, well, for some reason he came inside when Toby Byron had made a really good outside run, and it just delayed the attack. And in delaying that attack, it allowed Staines to get themselves together and push forward to catch Hertford offside. So Jacob Adams will restart in the 35th minute of the match here at the Acre Cars, on by Ebay, And on this near side, Campbell's running in, but Harvey Gardner does well. Nick Hayes keeps a cool head in phoning Toby Byron. Byron on this near side brings in Geimer. Pops up everywhere, Luke Geimer. You always wonder whether he's got a little trapdoor under the surface where he can make his way through subterranean tunnels. His ability to pop up in areas where opposition don't expect. Nobody expected that ball going through from Arif Hatabi, which went tamely out for a goal kick. Well, it's got to be said, the visitors not put a shot on target. They haven't given Nick Hayes anything to do bar collect a couple of hopeful punts inside his area. Long may it remain so, as Wayman has shrugged aside by Yala and then brings him down. And Staines will have a free kick 10 yards inside the Hertford half, right hand side of the field. In fact, where eBay's putting it, it's almost 20 yards inside the Hertford half. But eBay will he waves the number 6 Harry Tucker forward. So Aaron eBay will be the man who will take the kick. Hertford pulling Kit Brown back to add numbers as the kick once again aims towards Nick Hayes, who, easy as you like, collects it inside his 6-yard box. Certainly if I was Martin Cool, I'd be having a little bit of word about dead ball situations with my team. They have been poor, to say the least, from Staines so far. As on the far side they are now coming forward with Scarborough Williams. But his ball is punted away and brought down well by Luke Geimer. Alfie Q's beaten to it, but Ben Herb will get it back for Hertford. And in the end, the referee has given a free kick to Staines. Quite sure what that was for. Doesn't help. It's behind that one big pillar that those of you that know the Acre Girls is in the middle of the main stand there. Press seats are right above the players' tunnel, which in itself is right in front of that big pillar. But here comes Ben Wayman. Wayman running well down the left-hand side. Wayman's still going. He's got nothing in the area, but Ben Wayman's still going. Manages to keep it in. Luke Geimer's popped up on this left-hand side to provide support, as has Ben Hurd. Leaves it for Isaac Pedro. Pedro finds Geimer on this near side. Geimer to the edge of the area for Wayman. Ben Hurd, lovely little back heel, brings in Wayman. Wayman, though, has got defenders in front of him. Managed to find Ben Hurd. Hertford have done well to maintain possession in that position. Swans absolutely buzzing round them, but Isaac Pedro's got it now on the edge of the area. Chips it forward, looking for Wayman. Wayman goes up. 2-0. Super possession football by Ben Hurd's young team. And when it was brought into the area, Isaac Pedro's high ball through to Alfie Q, who unmarked put it in for his second of the game. They thoroughly deserved that. It's been a super show from Ben Hurd's young team. They missed their chances up until that moment, but 38 minutes in, Alfie Q didn't miss that one, and it's 2-0. Well, what an afternoon so far for Hertford Town. Alfie Q was given the number 9 shirt by Ben Hurd, and he certainly, that optimism has paid off, because Alfie Q's got 2, and Hertford have got Staines in real trouble here. It was a lovely bit of sustained possession which led to the goal on this near side. Ben Wayman, Ben Hurd, Luke Geimer, all involved. And Staines have had no answer at the moment to Hertford's young team here, and they're getting frustrated, as Glenn Yala has shown. So 2-0 to Hertford. Going to have to mention a Ben Hurd after this. I haven't seen Hertford losing the league, but will probably regret saying that at this moment, won't I? But let's hope the curse of the commentator doesn't strike again, because this is going to be a big win. They've only won twice here in the league, Barking and FC Romania. Salt Black against FC Romania. They produced some good stuff on that day, but they didn't play as well as they played in the first half here. As eBay puts it forward to Harabi. Important now they don't let one in before half time. In fact, they could add to it. Isaac Pedro coming forward. Q's trying to stay on side. Ben Wayman is on side on this left hand side. Wayman's got time to queue at the cross here. Ben Wayman against Yala, but rather lost his way, and Yala just punts it out. Did they go for a throw-in or a corner? In fact, it goes out for a throw-in. Ben Wayman rather lost his way there. But shouldn't criticise the young man. He really has given Staines some problems in this opening half. Here's Alfie Q, who's got both the goals. Q does well. Gets it away from Campbell. Finds Toby Byron. Byron maintain. Once again, Hertford doing well to maintain their possession on this near side. And I've got to say, the referee's officially in front of me there. Who shouted the loudest got the throw in? I don't think there was any doubt about that. He was wavering with his flag. Shall I give it right? Shall I give it left? In the end, he gave it to Staines. But Byron will get up and collect the ball midway inside the Staines half. Isaac Pedro going backwards. Pedro does well to control it away from Murdoch. Finds Ben Hurd. Hurd for Max Jessup. Jessup forward for Toby Byron. Wayman forced to go backwards. Just manages to keep it in on the halfway line. Jessup all the way back for the goalkeeper Nick Hayes. Hayes, long punt forward, but this time only finds Aaron Ebay. Ebay on the far side for Scarborough Williams, but he's robbed of the ball. And as happened for most of this first half, Fuma's given it away to Scarborough Williams, so he could do without that. As Satabi picks it up, he finds Kamuri. Kamuri fires in the shot, but it's blocked before it got anywhere near Nick Hayes. And it goes out for a throw-in on this near side to the visitors. 42 minutes gone here. We'll have probably 2-3 minutes added on for that injury to Aaron Ebay, but it's been a good half as far as the locals are concerned. Hertford lead here 2-0, both from Alfie Q, and it's no exaggeration to say they could have had 4, and Alfie Q could have had all 4 of them. But Hatabi to the edge of the area where Kit Brown sorts it out, gives it back to Hatabi though, who promptly gives it back to Toby Byron. Ben Hurd on this near side looking for Wayman, but Yala will let it run out for a throw in to Staines as Ben Hurd picks the ball up on this near side. Hurd chips the ball down the line, but only as far as Harry Tucker, and the ball goes out of play for a throw in. A few people in front of me Ed for the T-bar to get their half-time refreshment. It's a bit of a Bovril day, I think. About 5 degrees and getting colder out there, beginning to feel it. But it's been hot on the pitch for Staines because they haven't been able to deal with the movement of Hertford's young team. As Max Jessup on this near side just manages to get the ball away from Murdoch, finds Ben Hurd, get it out of there, says someone in the crowd, and Ben obliges by finding Kit Brown on the halfway line. Brown turns well, looking for Wayman on this near side. Wayman, good control. He's got Yala in front of him, and Byron's making the overlap. Toby Byron's in the area, but his cross is a poor one. Goes over the top of everybody, and he'll allow Kinsaba to clear it. But his clearance only finds Nathan Fuma. Fuma gets round Kinsaba on that far side. Fuma's still going. Pulls it into the area, but it's over the top of Toby Byron, who has to backpedal. Ben Hurd's the obvious outlet here. That's who he finds. Ben chips the ball for Ben Wayman. Nice header for Toby Byron. Byron's wrestled off the ball by Campbell. Referee not interested. Arabi's control is poor, and Isaac Pedro does a good job in finding Max Jessup. Ben Wayman on to the halfway line for Ben Hurd. Ben's ball forward for Alfie Q. Q chests it down nicely for Wayman. Wayman's got Q outside him. He's got Geimer on the edge of the box. Here's Luke Geimer. Geimer turns right, turns left, and on this near side brings in Alfie Q. Q against Yala. Q gets across the box. Kit Brown's volley didn't connect. Had he connected, Adams would certainly have had a save to make, and it would have been a point-blank one. Another chance goes begging for Hertford. Good work by Alfie Q. On this left-hand side, Nick Hayes brings in Max Jessup. Jessup back for Nick Hayes. Hayes once again taking his time. Finally Arabi goes towards the goalkeeper, but Staines have put him under no pressure at all in clearing the ball. Surely, if you're a manager, that's got to be disappointing. But it's not for us to worry about Staines Town too much. We're worrying about Hertford playing excellent one-touch here, as almost Geimer and Alfie Q got Kit Brown through on the right-hand side. Ben Hurd goes up. He's down with Fumer. Two of them got in each other's way a little bit, but Fumer will get it back now. Chip it down for Alfie Q. Q goes down under challenge. Hertford will get themselves a free kick, and we're into time added on for stoppages at the end of the first half at the Acre Cars here. Ben Hurd at the free kick a little bit too quickly for the referee's liking, so he's going to have to repeat the process on that far side of the field, just inside the Staines half, probably about 10 yards, right in front of the Hertford dugout. On that far side is Ben Hurd as he prepares to take the kick. He'll be happy man at half time as he chips it forward. Look for Nathan Fumer's run right hand side of the area. Fumer can't get hold of it though, and Scarborough Williams clears it, but only as far as Ben Hurd again finds Fumer, but Fumer's control lets him down, but then manages to get the ball back and he's pulled down, and the Hertford will get themselves a free kick. Good persistence shown by Nathan Fumer there, which will get Hertford a free kick in time added on for stoppages at the end of the first half here at the Acre Cars. A very satisfactory first half as far as the home fans are concerned. Ben Hurd spotting the ball very precisely as the three-man wall in the way for Staines Town. Hertford have got Toby Byron up from the back, but everybody else, so Harvey Gardner's making his way up now. Max Jessup and Nathan Fumer back on the halfway line with the one attacker who's Ross Murdoch. So Ben will take this one into injury time. Good cross, Alfie Q's header bounces down, it's Q again, good block in the end from the number 5 Ryan Matthews as Fumer does a good job in beating Murdoch to the ball, and Pedro will send Hertford going forward again, gets it back off of Byron, chips it forward, Alfie Q's in the area here, well half-hearted, well Alfie Q was claiming a handball, but it was a half-hearted appeal, it's got to be said. Hertford possibly with an opportunity, but Byron can't collect it, and the Harabi on that far side brings in Murdoch. Murdoch's ball though, looking to find Harabi is equally poor, and back come Hertford again. Ben Wayman down this side. I think Staines want to see him on the ball, but for once he gives it away. The idea was right. Alfie Q hadn't read it though. So the ball goes back to the goalkeeper, Jacob Adams, all in red. He's the 18-year-old. Didn't really have too much chance with either of the goals. Penalty was very sweetly struck, and the header was, well, from inside the 6-yard box, so it's going to be miraculous from a keeper who's going to pull off a save from there. Yes, and I do remember Gordon Banks all those years ago, but here's Guymer for Kit Brown. Brown spools a lax one and then allowed Kamuri to come away with it, but Isaac Pedro sorts it out for Hertford. Does a lot of that dirty work, Isaac Pedro in midfield. Guymer thought he was fouled on the far side. The referee didn't agree, but the referee's now going to sound a half-time whistle, and it's going to be greeted by warm applause here at the Acre Cars Stadium. Alfie Q set Hertford on the way with a penalty after 10 minutes. He scored his second of the game after 27. There were other chances in between those two, but those two are good enough at half time for Ben Hurd's young team, because at the Acre Cars Stadium it's Hertford Town 2, Staines Town 0.